Welcome back to Asgard's Fall, and in case you have ever thought, man, I just saw this game on Dex's channel, there are like 10 characters, but he only plays 3 of them, what is going on? Then now you get a look into what is going on. Because the simple reason is, I usually just deem whatever I'm doing as, I test out the things, right? Because if I go back now, if I make a new video, it's like the other character's level 17 or 11 or whatever, and then we have a level 0 character, then I have to play on this map here. And I personally don't like that. Let's put it up here, good. I personally don't like that because it feels like we just go back in time just to explore character, and that's not really worth it, okay? So I usually play them on my own, I try them out what they feel like, and one thing I gotta say that is already amazing is the main attack of this character. Now, we have to look for an evolution. I think I will roll here. Okay, it doesn't look like any of these are evolutions, but I may also be missing one. Miss Bane is our main attack, you know. Oh, I could go for the Ember Axe. That does... I would like to go for physical damage though, let's just go for the main attack. But yeah, the main attack seems to be very interesting because it shoots out multiple projectiles after a certain amount of shots. We just got +1 amount, but it only seems to affect the time when it shoots out multiple projectiles, not always. But yeah, pretty much now I will play the character, this is what I would usually do on my own. And then I figure out whether the character is worth continuing or not, and if I deem it's not worth it, well then, that was just it. Okay, bonus damage, sounds good. Where do I put it? Let's put it here, because in the center I usually have a legendary, but now we also have a buff in the top left, so that would be a spot for something that I want to isolate a little bit. Is there another shrine? I'm actually not sure if I missed something or not. Spear of Elder is not bad. Hagen and Magin, do we just go for them? Yeah, let's just go for them. Man, that spear is so insane. Do you evolve? What is its name? Spear of the Elder. I literally just said it, didn't I? Yeah, I don't see it. Okay, okay. Elemental Harmony, we don't care about that. I don't care about any of these here, in fact. But you literally belong to this one. Okay, how do I do this? So the best way to do that would be to put that here, because now we can put a 3 here, a 3 here, then this one is maxed out and then a 2 to the side, right? But yeah, they belong together. The one is like, if you take damage, you have a chance to increase your damage. The other one is take 1 damage per second. So you just increase your damage to a ridiculous amount. And right now I kind of feel like I just want to go from the main weapon. Okay, critical damage multiplier, nice. Now I have to read up. Leviathan Axe, it combines with Dagger Throw. Yeah, let's do that. You know, it's cold damage, sure, but Dagger Throw is physical. I don't like it. That is actually the one evolution that I did on my own, and I didn't like it. But now let's check it out again, because we are stronger. Maybe the problem wasn't the evolution, but just other stuff. Another 100%. Let's put it down here. And yes, the corner is not the best thing, but I like to get it a bit out of the way. Like, I rather want to have good position for our purple things, for the unique upgrades, than I want to have good positions for the multipliers. I think focusing too much on the multipliers backfires, and that rhymes. But yeah, that's not a good thing that you should do. So we are looking for Dagger Throw, and else we are just looking for one physical weapon. So if I don't see physical weapon down here, I can just skip. I mean, that's Fenrir's Claw, we can go for that, so now we need to find a Dagger Throw. I'm not gonna stress it if we don't find it. I will be a little bit sad, but it is what it is if it doesn't happen. Fenrir's Claw is kind of nice. I'll quickly go over the weapons. So the spear is just getting thrown around. If we collected huge AoE damage, we'll continue now. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I gotta put that here. Sadly, I can't multiply that, but I want to get the abilities. Hugin and Moonin. Okay, those are the 2 ravens. They fly around and attack the enemies when they reach them. Then we have the Leviathan Axe Throw. It gets thrown out, whirls around, and then comes back. And both times it deals damage to the enemies. Okay, we have to be careful. It's Hagen and Magen again, or let's go for the Fenrir's Claw. And Fenrir's Claws just slash enemies around you. The more area you have, the more enemies you hit. It's like you spawn an explosion at a spot. That's how you should view it. And it's actually quite a solid weapon, like it deals decent amount of damage, but I don't think anything will beat the damage of the spear. It's just mental damage, like because it's so big. Leave a trail of fire, we don't care. Critical strike chance is kind of nice. We can use this here as the, you know, that we only have a +3 left down there. And I will take any +3, because the earlier we get them finished, the earlier I start growing my damage. Okay. Ballista, Hammer of the Righteous. I would have loved to have any of these. But how about I just get mine? Spear of the Elder, sure. I don't want to roll all too much, because it's very dangerous that the costs go up so fast and suddenly you have no money left to roll anymore. That isn't great, because then you don't get the stuff that you want. And I still believe this game, like what it really needs is, it needs to make sure that at least you can get the counterparts to evolutions, just because it feels so frustrating when you don't get it. I mean, 150%, you know what, I'll actually put that here. So we can combine a few more things. The reason why I do that is, if I now get other bonuses, and I have a 150% there, I want to combine that. Well, the 100%s, they're more like, oh, we got physical damage, or we got raw damage, or maybe like an attack speed, but not a good one. We can't go for these. Mistbane is our main attack, but let's roll. Mistbane +4 amount. Whirl Slash is also very interesting, but yeah, let's do that. So how does this exactly work? It looks like every third shot. Maybe it's also just a chance. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the 3 was the big one. Let's count it again just to see if that's actually true. Damage dealing, I don't care. Power gain. Oh, that is a good one. Now, where do I put that? It is a 13. That is very complicated to do, especially with how I set up everything here. We could put it here, and if I do that, then we can get another 9 in, which is 11. But it sucks. If I do it here, then I can get a total of 12. That also doesn't work. If I do it here, then I can get 3, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 as a maximum. But if I want to do that, then I should do it here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots, yeah. Because up here we still... come on, go in. Up here we still want to keep this open for good legendary. Now this makes everything... Like to buff it up, I mean. This makes everything really difficult, because if we don't get legendaries, we will run out of space very quickly. Because most of these spaces we need legendaries right now. Let's roll a bit. Okay, let's roll a bit. We go for the Mistbane, it's already upgraded a lot. And again, rolling is like, meh. And the thing is, I don't want that games like these, they just give me all of the things that I want. I want it to have a certain amount of challenge, you know? But the thing is, if I roll 30 times and I still don't get the counterpart to my evolution, it just feels really bad. Yeah, we can't take any more. We have to take, like, really... Like, we have to take legendaries now. Well, about that. Let's go for 7 damage. I think I'll put this up here, it's out of the way. But yeah, I think this makes sense, right? Because the thing is, in my... Oh, wait, it's about to despawn. In my opinion, Horde survivors, they can be difficult, right? But they should be difficult by either you not having enough upgrades or not enough understanding about the game. That is a beauty. But I think I'll go for the movement speed and max out these two that we grow our damage. The right one, technically speaking, on its own is better, because it gives us so much bonus damage, but I think this is the right decision to just start growing. And now we hope we finish the right one. But yeah, Horde survivors, I don't think they are usually difficult. I think they are meant to just be very satisfying, and because you become stronger over time, you have this feeling of accomplishment, right? But if you then don't find like one particular thing that is needed for you to feel satisfied, that just feels very frustrating. And again, as I said, it's not about that you get every single piece that you want, you know? I mean, it also shouldn't be impossible, that's why rerolls exist. But just... it's a little bit of a different topic with these evolutions. So how much do we need? We have a total of 5, so I can put this one in. Let's put that... let's just put that... where do I put... I'll put it there. That's fine. So we can go for, I think, 2 2s, right? Because we need 13. 15 would be the maximum. So 2 of them can have a -1. Leviathan Axe, Fenrir's Claw, Mistbane. I think I'll roll. Yeah, I'll not get the evolution. I can already tell you that. It's not gonna happen. Let's go for the Mistbane, I guess. Do we see the amount of arrow shot? It doesn't feel like 8. I could be completely wrong, but it just doesn't feel like 8. We see, yeah, I also don't feel like I see a super amount. Ignite chance, also nice. Where do I put that? I think I will put this over here, because here we could still put in a 9, right? We have a 3 here, a 3 here, then we can have a 2 here. That sounds good. But it's also not one we want to double up on. Something that we want to double up on is most likely attack speed, critical strike chance. How much crit damage? Yeah, we have so much crit damage, so critical strike chance would be nice. Or raw damage, base damage, but we don't attack very fast. Usually, when you attack insanely fast, you want to have base damage. If you attack very slowly, you just want to have damage multipliers. It kind of depends though. Like, I'm talking about flat damage, right? And there it's not that great. Let's roll a bit, but not too much. Hagen and Magen, Mistbone, okay, sure. Who needs an evolution? How many times have I rolled now in this game and we still haven't seen a dagger throw? There is a possibility that it was actually there and it just didn't register for me. But that just has to do with me not being used to the game all too much. Okay. Heal for fire, triggering a weapon's attack has... Yeah, you know what? We can put that in here. It's an 8. You know, that's what I was talking about. Gives us a little bit of cooldown on these long cooldown abilities. The only issue is that our main attack doesn't attack very fast. Wait, where's our main attack? Like, there must be a way that you see your main attack. They can't be serious right now. Right? Right? There's no... Oh my god, yes. It is the right one. Wait. Yeah, okay, it is the right one. Oh my god, you just spooked me. Because I was thinking of the Amber Axe. And then I was like, wait, Amber Axe is not dagger throw. We did this in a video. I know it's not dagger throw. And then it's like, oh no, it's just also called an axe. But it's a different axe. Purple Murple, shock chance. Actually not that horrible, but I think I'll roll. I'll roll one more time. Okay, we'll take the next purple. You gotta be shitting me. You actually have to be kidding me. That is insane. Like, keep in mind, we still need the legendaries. It doesn't matter if I miss this. So, we will definitely get more purples, because we need to get to the legendaries. But that is a meme that I rolled so much. I need a luck stat or something. I hope this exists in the game. That you have, like, higher chance to get more rare things. If that doesn't exist, that would be really disappointing. I mean, sure, let's just keep going for the main weapon. We will just not evolve. It's fine. Do we survive the enemies? Kind of. It's not amazing, but kind of. Okay. Now I have to be careful. We do take damage over time, so let's keep that in mind. Now, if I go for a 7, yeah, then I need a 3 and a 3. So let's just go for the attack speed here, because attack speed is very valuable. Right, again, because we have high base damage but long cooldown. So we don't really need flat damage, that doesn't do anything. If your weapon attacks every 10 seconds with 500 damage, then plus 20 damage does nothing. But if your weapon attacks 5 times a second with 20 damage, then getting another 20 damage doubles its damage output. I mean, like, listen. I don't hate it. I'll just go for it. Now we have a weapon maxed out, funny enough. Still, oh, okay, that actually looked like a bunch of arrows. No, it doesn't look like that many arrows. We have like 10 arrows or something like that. So, you know. I'm probably wrong. 100% to the bottom left. Sure. Let's do that. We have a huge amount of crit. I have to rush up there because this thing is about to disappear, I think. It spawns at like 7.5 minutes. Maybe it also spawned at 8 minutes and it was all good. Let's roll a tiny bit. Hagen and Magen, I don't care. I want to have the evolutions to check them out. Dagger Throw, there we go. Well, Dagger Throw is a very fast attacking weapon. So this is a good example where we would want to have, like, flat damage. I guess it doesn't hit a lot of enemies. That's why it still has high damage, but because it only hits 2 enemies, it's like, meh, you know, meh. Armor, okay, I dig that, but we don't want to multiply that. I still haven't found something that I want to put into the multipliers, funny enough. Hey, but we still have 11 minutes, so this will be fine. We can't even kill the enemies, man, that's pathetic. You need to be a little bit stronger, my friend. I mean, so far I like her. But after this game, we'll take a look at the actual upgrades, because the only difference right now is that we shoot, and that's okay, I'll take that. The only difference is our main weapon and nothing else. Maybe the characters actually have different base stats, that could also be the case, but the point is, the main abilities that differentiate the characters, you only get them after you played with them and get bonus points to invest them into the characters. So that's actually the most important part, that we take a look at that. Okay, you know what, we'll go for the bleed chance. 20% bleed chance sounds kind of nice. Like, I'm not super duper happy about it, I'm not crazy about it, this is not what I wanted. Yeah, we didn't buff up the 150% yet, so this will be a biggie. And I hope it's attack speed, but I can't really choose that much. Well, we are still early in the game, so I can still choose. Yeah, it will be fine. You know what would be really cool? To get Hand of Blood. I would love to see that. That is the one that the enemies that bleed or die to bleed, they explode. Or maybe they have a chance. But that's kind of hilarious. And I've never seen this so far, so it would allow me to evaluate if something is good or bad. And just for you to understand, because most... Oh my god, yes. Oh, well, we can't do that, but yes. How much damage do you give? I don't know it, we just got 40 bonus damage, by the way. 69% increased damage. Nice. Very nice. But yeah, so usually... The way, for me, it starts with games when I play them new, and they are something that can be explored together. Some games are just not that good at being explored together. I play the first game on my channel, then I usually tend to also play the second game on my channel, but this is already a game, like a round, where I tend to reset a few times because I get to explore more stuff and then I find out I was wrong. Or I get to explore stuff and I find something that I really want to do now. And that is then the second video, but there's still a lot of information missing. And this is also a point where I don't spoiler myself with actual game mechanics. Now, something like here with the evolutions, for example, I didn't mind to be spoiled. I actually wanted to be spoiled because I hate how hard it is. Well, the thing is, I didn't know that the game just shows you what evolutions you can do the moment you have the weapons, right? So it's actually totally fine, but I didn't know that. So I was looking for spoilers. But the third video is then where the first big jump happens. Because that is when what we are doing right now, where I usually farm up a lot of, like, just resources and skills, and I explore the different evolutions. And that's when my videos become a lot more themed, where I figure out precise things that I want to do before I even get into the run. Now, that may just be as simple as I want to go for fire damage, but usually it's more like I want to go for this particular weapon. Close enemies receive increased physical damage. That's actually not bad. It's a bit hard to do for us. It's actually not that hard. Yeah, let's put it there. I could have also put it top right and we wait for +3, but we have so many spots on our here. I want to have a +3 there, right? So it's unlikely that we get a lot of them that are also good. Well, but if it's not good, then I could put it top right. But I would rather take a purple that has a good effect over legendary that is like, I don't know, freeze the enemies, you know. Dagger throw, beautiful. That is one that we need to evolve. So you're level 3. And you're level 2. Well, that's horrible. Okay, so I would say we chill for a little bit. The ranged attacks are just annoying. Otherwise, we would be fine, I think. I wanted to take a look again at the character's attacks. And, like, maybe... Sometimes there are other things, unique things about a character. And then it's good to pay attention to that. That is a huge buff. I'll put that... Oh, now I hate that I have this here. Isn't that annoying? Actually, I'll put that here. Maybe that's not a good decision, because now a purple there really hurts. No, this will be fine. We'll just find a legendary. It's not even a good skill. It's that close enemies take more damage. And while it's nice, it's nothing that helps us all too much to kill the enemies before they hit me. So there's a chance when we get to a strong state, the enemies don't even get close anymore, so it would be useless either way. Hagen and Magen, no, we roll. Dagger throw, perfect, you're now level 4. You're still level 2, so I have to be careful about that, because we want to max out both of them. If we get both offered, I'll go for the lower one for obvious reasons. Well, okay, there is one well, no, in both cases, I wanted to say, if it max out actually means it doesn't appear anymore, that has a benefit. But no, that would actually be bad. Okay. Well, I guess we need to get a bunch of legendaries now. Yep. If I see 150%, I just can't stop myself. I have to pick it up. Ouch. I mean, it didn't hurt a lot. Leviathan X-Throw, I'll look for a little bit of a better one. Well, that is a lot better. 4.67 seconds cooldown. If we get a legendary attack speed and multiply that, that would be beautiful. And I will probably put it down here because we can still put another 100% maybe on it. Up here, probably a purple. Most likely. Like, just because I have another position where I want to put a legendary now. Okay, let's roll. Health, I don't care. Crit damage, you know what, that's good enough. Yeah, that is 50% bonus critical damage. Our crit chance is only 9%, that is the part that hurts. I think now I can maybe even afford to stand still. Let's see. I don't think so, but maybe. Oh god. Well, that clarifies that part, huh? We had by far not as tanky as in the last video on the main channel, where we had like 500 HP or so. 65% max armor. Fenrir's Claw, no. We want to go for, what is it called? Okay, I'll take the Hagen Magen. That is also one thing that I noticed, and I hope in the future in the game that's different. I feel quite limited with my level ups, like I can't really max out the weapons. So I hope in the future there's an upgrade that you get a lot more experience. That I can unlock, you know. I wouldn't know how, because I haven't seen it in the runes, but maybe that's a rune that you need to buy. Certain runes need to be bought. Let's roll a bit, just like... We actually have a lot. Boy, this will be so difficult. But there we go, Hand of Blood. Here will be a +3, so that's Yeah. No, all is good, all is good. We need 2 legendaries, pretty much. And I can't be too picky about them. Because we're running out of time as well, that's another thing. It could be that we don't get to fill out the entire thing, and that would be horrible. I don't expect that, but it could be. That Spear of the Elder is insane. Oh my god, yes. More size on our spinning axe is amazing. Especially because it returns and it deals damage to the enemies. Like, did you see it just return? And this one is about to return. There we go. I mean, the return is actually not that great because it spins around and kills the enemies from the direction. So if it comes back, it takes the same path, kind of, that it already clears. But if I move around, then, you know, works a lot better. How much damage do we have? 87%, so we got 18 bonus percent. That's nothing. Wow. Wow. Okay. 40 bonus damage again. But yeah, like this goes up by 5% every time I put in one of these. So this is not from our passive. We got the right one, right? Every time we take damage, there's a 5% chance to increase damage by 1%. And we take 1 damage, yeah. That's odd. Don't really know what's going on there. Also, I think I missed a magnet. Right. There is one that will spawn in 16 minutes, but I must have missed the one that spawned at 12 minutes, or I collected it without realizing it. That also happens. And the circle around us that you see here, this is the one where we deal bonus damage to enemies close by. So they don't have to be insanely close, but it's quite close. Hagen and Magen? No, we go for the... You know what? Let's roll a little bit. Good enough. Cooldown 420. Oh, you're not even maxed out. Oh. Well, 2 level ups. Okay, then we have it. The magnet probably will do it. Now, the moment we see the magnet appear, we have 1 minute to... No, I think it was 30 seconds. Yeah, I think it was 30 seconds that you have to collect it. So at 16:32 in the last recording, when the one recording where I tested it, it disappeared. So we can wait a bit to generate more experience, but then we have to collect it. Now we need a 3 here. We don't even have to look at this, right? Oh, that's actually a really good one. I would put that here. You know what, let's do it. Because physical damage reducing cooldown is mental. I didn't want... That's fine, honestly. Because we kill them around us either way, it doesn't change all too much. I don't care, I just want to have the knives. Okay, I'll go for the Leviathan. It's fine, it's okay. Like a legendary Leviathan, I'll not say no to that. I don't know if the combined ability takes all of the stats of the individual weapons, or it's always the same stats, but no matter how it is, it's a legendary. And it's not on Hagen and Magen. Wow. Now sadly I have to put that here. I would love to put that up there. But we can use our final money to roll a little bit more aggressively. We still need one legendary that may be a trashy one that we don't care about all too much, but we want to unlock this ability. And this one here is that bleeding has a 10% chance. Bleeding enemies have a 10% chance to explode on death. So they don't have to die by the bleeding. Just if they were bleeding and they die, then they have a chance to explode. Do we see explosions with bleeding? Do I have a bleed? I have a bleed chance, right? I had that doubled up even. Yeah, 20%. Okay, good. Oh, I need crit chance. We have... Okay, perfect. I love it. And there we go, shattering the Leviathan axe. So it throws the axe now towards a random target, and it stays there, comes back, that is the first effect, and then from the heavy swings it launches out, shattered pieces into random directions. That is the dagger throw part. Where are the pieces? Oh yeah, do you see that? It's like blade-like. It has an 8-second cooldown, it's so long. There's a rune up there, I'll go there in a moment. First we'll take the heal. Now we need to pick up as much experience as possible. The next one is our rune selection, where I really need a legendary. It could also be a good purple, then we put it to the top left. But I wouldn't... Like, I would kind of... Wait, what? Didn't we already have this? The last time. Hey, let me... Sometimes the game is weird, it doesn't allow me to click. Did we just do this? No, we didn't, right? Did we? I thought we just evolved. And I thought it always changes, like, first it's this, then it's this. Like, first it's a weapon level up, then it's a rune. Or a web thing. A power node. The scary part is, if it's not like that, then we will need a lot more level ups. And looking at our level right now, this will take way too long and we'll not get it. I wonder how you get more experience in this game, if you just need to kill the enemies faster. So we can't... No, we can go for that. Okay. I don't hate that, because if I manage to get the next time, like the next web, which I hope, then I can heavily roll for a critical strike chance. We either go for a purple one or a legendary one. Legendary being the best one. But yeah, now you are activated, which is our physical attacks have a chance to reduce the cooldown of all the other abilities. So next up is a weapon level up that we are about to see. Yeah, dagger throw, I'll take that, it's fine. Did this... No, it didn't affect you at all. Interesting. At least our daggers are going crazy. But I wonder what did the most damage, and I feel like it will still be the Spear of the Elder, just because its AoE is so big, even though it's just level 3. But maybe the low level will cripple it quite a lot, could also be. And it's just a spinning axe, but the axe is a little bit more limited. Okay, so this level up is hopefully the web. Because this is where I would look for the crit chance. Perfect. Okay. All in sacrifice. We can't do that. We need to look for crit chance. Funny. I'm gonna be greedy. Like, look at the amount of money that I have. I want to have crit chance. Not on a normal level, though. We could also go for bleed chance, which is... No, I need to have crit chance. It's important. Oh my god, I just saw the... Oh god. I didn't see that it was that high. I mean, the thing is... Every single thing that we could have gotten there is so much worse than crit chance because we have 363% critical strike damage, right? That I think it was always worth it to roll for it. Even if we get a normal one with 1% and we get 2% bonus, that makes a huge DPS difference. I think the legendary that we had there, was it raw damage? If that was raw damage, I think it would have also been fine. Because crits multiply our raw damage, right? So it would have helped on both ends. But I think it was a legendary bleed chance, right? Maybe? I don't recall. Look, this boss fight will not be like a challenge, so I'm not all too concerned. We don't need to play this perfectly. The crit chance would have just been very satisfying to get this at the end now and just finish our build, how it was meant to be. Oh, funny. Why do I have so much money again, huh? Let's roll a bit and see if we see something amazing. So, what I'm looking for is there are resources that you can get out of this, which I don't quite understand why they appear sometimes, but this is what I'm looking for. It's a legendary. Okay, we didn't get it, and we only got trash at the end. Let's go for you, Mr. Bossy. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected, man. You don't take anything well here. Because these things, they're just rotating on him, shooting projectiles, easy. There's a magnet over there. Wait, can I get there in time? Is there even experience on the stage still? No, we are on a completely different stage. This verifies it. It's a completely different stage. It's not the same stage that we were playing on the entire... Holy moly, Miss Spain. Okay, I didn't expect that. That makes me think it could be a lot of fun to go for a main Miss Spain build. Now, we want to take a look at... some people want to see what runes I have. Like, if you want to, like, pause it and play it in slow-mo. These are the ones that I have in there. But I need to... I'll be fully honest. At the first time I saw the system, I thought it was amazing. Now I absolutely hate it because it's such an annoyance to get new runes in, right? Because you take this huge effort to put them in, and then you're like, oh, but I want to have, I don't know, this one. Okay, where do I put it? Like, right? Like, what do I replace? I can replace this one down there, but there's not a good spot, and it takes so much effort, and I'm like, I honestly can't be bothered. I'll probably do this in, I don't know, in the future. Oh yeah, I also have this one. I need to remove an ability slot. Wait, you know what? Let's just do that I don't forget it. Increased chance to drop epic materials and war pines? Pains. I thought it was a typo for points, that's why I said it so weird. Okay, interesting. No, that's good, because it means more levels in the weapons that we have. But here are the skills. So, your arrow pierces more targets. It's actually quite nice. Gain movement speed, I don't care about that. Apply poison to arrows. That's insane. You perform a somersault when you dash, shooting enemies near you. That's not bad. We can get 2 companions, so we can get 3 companions, so let's take that. Increase the damage of summons isn't bad. Increase the damage of your arrows sounds amazing. Bear trap, every time you know what, let's do that. Arrow damage. Increases the amount of arrows shot. Oh, wow. You know what? If you see this right now, then I will just do another run and we go on a higher difficulty. See you in a moment.